Today we are back at our group discussion. We are from the night group. My name is Farida Hanin and my team members are Afiq, Jali and Kirti. As we are new employee, we are being ordered to go for on-job training. We have been given some allowance and a basic salary that amount to 3,000 ringgit Malaysian monthly. Unfortunately, they did not provide us with accommodation, transportation, or shuttle service, and we cannot make any unnecessary claims. In this discussion, I would love to hear all of your research about those 7 countries: Seoul, Bangkok, Jakarta, Singapore, Manila, Hong Kong, and Dubai. Thus, those explanations must be followed from the most preferred country to the list. So, can I hear from you first, Jali?
Sure, Ada. Based on my basic knowledge of Seoul as the Seoul Special City is the capital of South Korea. Seoul is surrounded by mountains and a hilly landscape. Thus, it is known as the most fantastic tourism destinations. In my opinion, the most preferred country to which I would like to go for my on-job training is Singapore. Singapore is one of the most developed countries globally. Moreover, the public transport facilities of Singapore have been ranked as the best in the world by a US-based travel website. Thus, it is not necessary for me to have my own vehicles to move around Singapore. As a result, I can save a lot of money on things like car maintenance and fuel, and I only need to pay for the public transportation fees, which allow me to save more. In addition, Singapore will also be a suitable country to go to, especially for those homesick people, because it is near Malaysia.
I do agree with you, Jelly, that Singapore has a good transport facilities. However, Singapore are very one-dimensional. There is very little appreciation for alternative lifestyle due to insurmountable barriers such as cost and prejudice. Furthermore, Singapore is definitely not the cheapest place to live because of its small size accommodation are on the high end compared to the rest of Asia. So, I think the our expenses will be over the limit of our allowance per month. So, in my personal opinion, I would choose Manila as my first choice to go to. This is because living expenses in Manila are low. From essential products to leisure such as going to the movies, transportation is also less expensive, giving us more bang for our bucks. Talking about transportation, taxi is Manila are easy to come by. We can always hail in a cab if we don't want to drive in Manila. Taxis are always available in the Philippines capital and are a cost-effective mode of transportation. That's my point. What do you think about it, Afiq?
I agree with you, Ida. In addition, Manila is also better for career development. This is because Metro Manila is home to multinational companies. The engagement that we can make through our daily work could boost our career growth. In terms of Hong Kong, I believe this country has very low for communication barrier. Hong Kong is a very well known as English friendly city, so there will be no problems with communication compared to other countries listed. Secondly, the transportation system in Hong Kong is very easy to access. The MTR, Hong Kong Subway Network, has significantly expanded in recent years and covers much of Hong Kong. The activities are frequent and even more so during the busier time of the day. There will be no problem at all for us to go to work, even during the peak hour. Lastly is Hong Kong is city that never sleeps. Even in your hectic day, if you are accidentally falling asleep before you having your dinner, some due to the work responsibilities, but no worries, because there will be always an open shop.
Hmm. I don't quite agree with you, Afik's point on Hong Kong because the cost of living in Hong Kong is undeniably high, with some reports putting the city's cost of living as the highest in the world. Even the rent for accommodation is high there. It is hard to live and do on-job training with a given allowance and salary. But on the other hand, I support Aida's point, where I'm very much convinced that Manila is one of the preferred cities for the on-job training because, as mentioned, they have an affordable cost of living and very friendly environment. Now I'll continue to explain the country that I think is the most suitable for on-the-job training, which is Dubai. Dubai is a really big luxury city that provides a good career opportunity and training for foreigners, even though they are quite competitive job wise. There is little crime in Dubai. They also provide tax free income services and a good working environment. Moving on with the transportation, Dubai has an extensive public transport network, so it's an easy city to navigate. So I believe Dubai is reasonable city to live in and do on the job training. That's it for my point.
Oh, thank you for the explanation, guys. So now let's move on to the next part. We have discussed the most preferred country to do on-job training. So, Afiq, which of these countries do you think is the least preferred to do OGT and why?
Jakarta is my least country because too much pollution in Jakarta is one of the main reasons why Jakarta is listed as the lowest country. Air pollution, water pollution, and not to mention noise pollution. Then we need to talk about the low currency exchange with Jakarta. It may look good, but keep in mind that low currency reflected poor living conditions and resulted in a high cost of living.
Well, in my point of view, Bangkok should be the least preferred country for on the job training because it is a big city with some environmental issues. I would not suggest Bangkok mainly because they face traffic congestion almost every time, especially during the peak hours when the traffic is at a standstill. It is said to have the worst traffic jams ever compared to other cities. And for people that like to take public transportation, it is provided, but there are some places where the public transportation doesn't cross. So it will be a struggle for us to find a good accommodation that has a strategic location. And that is why I pointed out Bangkok as the least preferable place.
I see your point, but I am of the opinion that Jakarta is my least preferred country to go to. I do agree with Afid about choosing Jakarta as his least preferred country to go to. In addition, Jakarta always experiences the traffic jams. Despite being a very popular country, the infrastructures in Jakarta leave a lot to be desired. The routes are not maintained and sometimes going even a relatively short distance will take a long time. Do you agree with me, Ada?
Yes, I agree with you. What a great point from you guys. But I have to agree with Afiq and Jelly about choosing Jakarta as the lowest country to move into. My reason is that Jakarta is not a very safe country. People can typically commit their crime on public transportation such as Kopaja, Metro Mini, and bus. Since the places mentioned are crowded, the pickpocket will take advantage of the situation. Jakarta is also well known for having the highest robbery and crime rates in the world. The people around us will be the possible actor of crime. Hence, I hope that my point gives a strong and valid reason why Jakarta will be the least. Now we have come to the end of our discussion. Everyone has shared their own preference and talked about the country with a great and amazing explanation to do our job training. To sum up, our team has chosen Manila as the most preferred country since the capital of the Philippines is also a beautiful place to live in and I believe it will suit our salary and lifestyle. Our team also have come to a mutual agreement where Jakarta is the not preferable country to choose because might be thrilling for us. Let's end our discussion here. Thank you so much for my team members and see you guys next time. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.